One of the most useful tools for delivering a recorded lesson is the screen record tool. It allows my pupils to see exactly what I'm seeing while I'm delivering a lesson. So for example, I can take the pupils through the final stages of a calculation. Divide by 3, x equals 5. Or it can allow me to demonstrate and talk through the process as I see it of delivering a keynote or a PowerPoint presentation. So I can talk through each of the slides as I go through them. Now, how do I set that up? First off, I need to go to the Settings keyboard section. On the left-hand side, I scroll down to Control Center. And over here on the right, I want to find screen recording. I want to add that to my list of included controls. Now, once I've done that, anytime I go and place my finger on the top right, I can swipe down and this will appear here, my control center. And on it, you can see the red dot. If I hold down the red dot, I will see that my microphone is on in this case. I need to make sure that's the case if you want to hear my voice. If you don't, it's switched off. And I want to make sure that Photos is recording. That way, I can record my screen. Once I'm happy with that, I can press the red button at the top here and it will ask me if I want to stop recording and it will save that video into Photos. And any of my pre-recorded videos like this one are then saved in that location. Another useful approach is to record a series of photos for a keynote presentation or a PowerPoint presentation. All I have to do here is go into Keynote and locate my PowerPoint presentation from my drives. In this case, I'm going to go to Presentation 60. Once I've completed my presentation slides, I go to the three dots at the top right, Export, Export to Images, and those 6 images will be exported. And then I save those 6 images into my Photos album. I'll be able to see in my Photos album those 6 slides here. Once I've done that, I can then add audio and a descriptive instruction by going to iMovie, creating a movie, and going into my photos and selecting the photos I want to use. So that's my first slide, my second slide, my third, and so on. Now, we all know that pupils respond better to your voice because it's personalized. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the microphone on the left-hand side, and we're going to record my instructions to my pupils. And when it records my instructions, I'll see a red line run. Now, don't worry if it overruns. It's not a problem because what we can do is we can change the length of each of our slides later. So when you're finished with your description, you just press stop, press accept, and if you need to change the length of a slide, click on the slide and drag the yellow line until you're happy with the length of the slide matches the audio. If you need to change anything or you want to re-record something, all you have to do is click on that microphone button again to re-record the next slide, or if you wanted to change something, click on the blue bit and you can delete it by going to the bottom right. That's how you can do your recorded delivery. There are other options, but these are the most straightforward. It's important to make sure that your lessons aren't too long on a session and there isn't opportunities to break up for answering questions or completing a task. So consider this. Out of the two delivery methods you've just seen, which would you prefer to use and which would you be most comfortable using to deliver to your students? When you're ready, press pause and then answer the question before starting the video again. So how do we put our video together once we've got our direction? We're going to go and do this in iMovie. You could do it in clips, but it's a little bit easier once you've done all the recording to do it in iMovie, in my opinion. So I'm going to create a new movie by going to Projects and clicking on that plus sign. I'm going to import just go to Create Movie here. And now I'm going to go to Video to select any of my recorded sessions that I might have made. And once I've done that, I can export it by clicking Done, going to the little box at the bottom here. The other way is to save to Files. Now, one of the main things you want to do is you want to save that file as a smaller document. So I'm going to save this in my OneDrive. Now we've made our video, how do we share it? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the location we saved our video and make sure it's in a OneDrive location. This is particularly important for larger videos, as longer videos don't seem to upload very easily onto Teams. We have two options here. One, we could share onto YouTube if it was a secondary pupil and we're comfortable using the YouTube channel by going to the plus button here and uploading a video. YouTube will take you through the steps required after that. Or you can go to OneDrive and you can go to the folder you saved the video in. And what I do is I share that folder with every pupil, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this, all my videos for the remainder of the lessons will go into that folder. So I'm going to go to Share. I can either type in the pupils I want it to go to, and typing in the pupil I want it to go to. Make sure you get the name correct. Got Kelso pupil. The other option is I can type in the team I want it to go to. Make sure you get the right team though. And when I'm happy with that, I can send that to them. And that will come up as an email with a link for those pupils to see. And now you can see that the sharing icon has become shared. The movies in this folder have also shown up as shared. Anybody with that link will be able to open that video now. The other option is I can share by anyone with the link. And I can put that into the Teams folder, and if I wanted to put a date on it, I could select the date, and I could even put a password so that only those individuals can see it. So that might be useful for putting personalized feedback for an example of a topic. We've just reviewed how you could do recorded lessons, and we've gone over how to deliver a recorded lesson, looked at some directed teaching approaches and how we can record these. We've talked about making sure a lesson has got breaks for answering questions, and we looked at the tools that put your video together. We've discussed how we can share the video. Remember, try and put a plenary activity at the end so that pupils have an opportunity to implement what has been directed. So here's mine for you. Try one of these skills, put a video together, and share it with a colleague so you get more confidence first.